Well, good afternoon. Here it is on Monday, the 1st of July, and we've had a unusual day. Started off the day looking fairly positive for most agricultural markets based on the U.S. and China's agreement to come back to the bargaining table with Trump wanting China to do a lot of purchasing of agricultural markets. The cotton market was up over 200 at one point. It's still up, but not much. The biggest story is that the grain market has pretty much said, with regard to this new trade progress, that it does not believe anything's going to happen. And I think the markets are voting with their money, and based on that, the markets are down. So let's just look at what this shows here. Cotton up 66 at 66.73 with a high of 68.35 and a low of 66.61. I think cotton got tired of holding up there and watching the soybeans and corn sell off because, as I said, the grain comments are we don't believe there's any buying until we see the buying. And since this happened on Saturday, it just hadn't had enough time to actually see it show up yet. Soybeans, November, down 14 at 909. That's following a bullish report on Friday, if you believe the report. And then today, a negative reaction in spite of the fact that most of the news actually was positive. Just a certain level of confusion in the markets right now, but that's what it's showing. So December corn down 9.5 at 422, a low of 420, a high of 435. So we were 13 cents higher than this in corn earlier. Bizarre, really. September wheat down 15.5 at 511 and 3/4, a low of 508, a high of 531. So we were 18 cents higher than this earlier based on the positive news. Then we've got crude oil unchanged on the day. It was up a good bit. It's backed off to where it's 58.49 in August crude. The dollar up 70. Big move there up. Gold down $24 an ounce. Silver down 16 cents an ounce. And the Dow Jones right now is up 36. Now, it was up about 250 earlier. So even the Dow Jones is saying we're going to have to see something here before we believe it. And so in the coming days, if we can start seeing some business overnight coming into these markets, then I think the market will start feeling encouraged and will go right back up. Until then, it appears to be saying that this is just a lot of talk. And as we've seen previous to this, over the months that have gone by, going back over the last year, so far when this type of thing has happened in the past, it has turned out to be just a lot of talk. So we're going to have to see action before we can actually see the market moving back up. Until then, it's telling you right now it doesn't believe what Trump is saying is going to happen. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good evening.